Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to be making hamburger buns. Here are my ingredients. I have sugar, yeast, eggs, salt, baking powder, milk, and of course flour. Let's get started. So in my bowl I already have my flour. I'm going to add my instant yeast. There's sugar with a pinch of ginger, salt, and baking powder. Baking powder is completely optional. I like it for a little oomph when the heat hits the dough, so to speak. Mix that up really well before adding our liquids. So in goes our milk. You could also use yogurt if you don't have milk. That works well too. Here's my egg. Now we're going to mix this up. Now today I get to show you how to fix if you mess your dough up or if you have an uncooperative dough, since bread dough is a little bit of a different beast than cake batter. So here my dough is not to my liking. It looks a little stickier than I'd like. So I'm going to show you how I fix that. Tablespoon of flour. You don't want to add too much at once because once you add it, you can't take it out. So you just want to add it gradually until you get the right consistency of your dough. Don't want to add too much also because it will make your dough too dense, too heavy, and unappealing. So just add it until you get just the right consistency, which for me was where it was just barely sticking to my hands and my tools. That's much nicer, less soupy. So here's my oil. You could also use butter, you could use shortening, you could use whatever fat your heart desires, but I happen to have oil, so that's what I used. So I'm going to let my dough rest for about 20 minutes, let that gluten start working before kneading. It shortens your kneading time, prolongs the life of your mixer, or if you're doing it by hand, prolongs the life of your arms. So we're going to let that go. See here? Still a little sticky, so I'm going to add a tiny bit more flour just to bring it together. Now I want to knead until my dough passes the window pane test. That means when I take some on my hand and stretch it, I can see light shining through the other side. Now it's not going to be like looking through an actual window, but it'll be translucent. You'll be able to see somewhat through the dough once it's stretched out. As you can see the light through the dough, and it's holding taut right there when I poke it. It's not tearing easily. That means we've reached the window pane. So now I'm going to proof my dough for about an hour until it's doubled and those yeast particles are percolating. So I'm going to grease my countertop. Some people use flour. I like to use oil because I don't want to add to the density of my dough. And so now I'm just going to remove my dough from the bowl and I'm going to divide it. You can eyeball it. There's no real science to this. You pretty much just cut it into pieces into whatever shape your heart desires. I like mine to look pretty much like dinner rolls because it's easy and quick. There's my trusty scale, which unfortunately broke. But lucky for me, I had another one waiting on standby. just weighing each clump of dough to see if they're mostly the same. Makes it easier to make the smaller pieces very similar in size. As you can see, I'm working with one arm. This other one is holding my little one. Little ones don't care if you need to make bread for dinner. So here we are, all of our pieces measured. Now I'm just going to shape them into little balls. Unfortunately, I missed a little bit of footage. My camera likes to cut out on me in the middle of tasks. And usually I take the dough and roll it around under my hand on the countertop to smooth out the top. As you can see, they look a little rough here. But if you see any of my other videos, particularly my dinner roll video, you'll see how I roll the dough around and smooth the top, make it taut and smooth. So I put my rolls on here. You can absolutely put them closer together. You can put more on your sheet pan, use what you have. I spread it out so that they get nice and brown all around. If you like soft sides, then you want to put them closer together. Just mashing each roll down so that it doesn't have quite as much of a dome on top. So here's the finished product. My camera cut out on me again. Optional brushing with melted butter. But it makes everything better, so I say don't skip this step. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice one. I'll see you soon.